we have. All right. Well, definitely appreciate you having on the show,
I appreciate
and
you.
I'd like for y'all to welcome my next guest, DaGunny.
Gosh, now it's my turn to be on blast.
There you go. How's it going, Gunny? Doing all right this evening?
People get in these battle games and they're all shaking and stuff, and their hearts pounding and all this crap. That's why I don't get in these games.
So now
Godfather,
you're.
how you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing great. How about you? Enjoying over in that West Coast
Oh,
weather
I
over
can't
there?
hear you. Darn it!
Huh?
What's up? I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you
What's
hear me
going on
now?
here? Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm not. Try again.
Can you hear me now?
All right. Something's not right here. Let's see. Let me reload this thing real quick.
All right. While he's getting that
We're gonna try
taken
this
care of,
again.
having some technical difficulties. Welcome everybody.
Were you able?
Can you? We doing all right now?
Hold on. How about now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear us or hear me actually?
I can hear you, but it's not coming out of my Bluetooth. I got it.
Oh, well
All right,
maybe
it's
the.
all right. Let's go. I can
Okay.
hear you on the output. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. So, some may already know the answer to this question that have been around the games and everything. So, what inspired you to do the gunny games? Where did that come from?
Oh man. well, well, check this out. I've been on this app since 2004, the beginning of times, you know. But I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those entrepreneurs, you know, that's learned that building a business, this and that. And I did this, throughout my time, while I was a Marine. But still in the Marine, just to make sure that we understand. I'm still a Marine, but I saw an opportunity here, and I saw something that people just weren't getting here. When they started the battle, people weren't battling.
Right.
When they were afraid to battle, the Americans were not battling. I don't know what it was. They were not battling.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of weird, to see that happening. Hey, battle! No, I ain't doing that. They were afraid to. So, are
Oh
you
wow.
kidding me? Yeah, they were afraid to. So I said, you know what? We need to build some excitement here. I
Okay.
see something big here, a
Hmm.
golden opportunity to change the lives of people around the world. And we can make that happen right here in the center. So I said, you know what? $200 doesn't sound a whole lot. People probably aren't inspired with that. It doesn't pay the grocery bills. It barely pays a month of gas for some of us.
Right.
But you know what? If we take this to a different country where, maybe $600 pays an entire month for a family,
Hmm.
maybe we can get some people excited. I figured, okay, let's reach into the Philippines where the American dollar is worth. It has a lot of purchasing power.
Gotcha.
When you go to the Philippines for $600, you can have a ball, and you can have a big time ball. You can have a better time there than in Hawaii and live in paradise. The thing is, look, we had to build excitement. So,
Hmm.
get these streamers up, get them going. Let's build the excitement. And I told these people, get on board now, because what you're going to see is the American side, the sleeping giant's going to wake up, and they're going to be battling, and they're going to regain their posture on this app. They're going to regain it. And they're going to be battling and battling and battling.
Right.
Guess what they're doing now? They're battling. They're
Right.
battling. We started off with um, 16 battle stars,
Hmm.
8 matches. That's what it started. March 6, 2019. Battle Games number one. Number one. March 6, 2019. So
Wow.
we just completed the 14th edition of the Gunny Games Battle with the Stars. But I knew that if we built that bridge across we can connect people.
Right.
And if the Americans saw what was going there, they're going to say, we can do that too. And sure enough, America is waking up. They see what they can do. Not only have we changed the lives of people overseas,
Mhm.
but we're starting to see the lives change here in America. A lot of people are streaming. A lot of ladies, a lot of guys are coming out and they're battling. So the inspiration is, hey, how do we give this back to the people? How do we get them excited? So that's what inspired me was getting out there and making something happen. Being on this app, I wanted to touch the lives of people. I wanted to touch them in a way that, um, could have an everlasting effect on them.
Right.
I'm tired of seeing the single mothers out there that have been dumped by men that have walked out on them. I'm tired of seeing men that are hurting that can't pay their child support. I'm tired of seeing people that are struggling, homeless, and those that are having financial difficulties. How about a
Right.
second chance for everybody? Why not do it? Why can't we do it here? Why can't we build these battle games and change the lives of people? And that's what I'm talking about. Changing the lives of people around the world. I um, it's my time to give back to the people. I've developed myself over the years that I've been alive.
Right.
So now we're at the point where, you know, I can't carry anything off when I leave this planet. When I'm gone, I'm gone. But I can leave back what I know, what got me here, what has taken me here, what has brought me here. So if I can teach people, this is the way I can inspire them, give them what I've learned. The leadership that I've gained in the military, you know
Mhm.
what? They told me to get up early. I got up early. And you got to get up earlier than earlier because you got to get them up. That's
Right.
what I had to do. My clock says, clock, your ass is up. Get your ass up. Gunny's up at 5 o'clock. Doesn't matter if I go to bed at 2 o'clock. And I got, uh, I got my host over here. They're kicking my tail off the app. I said, get off, Gunny. You need to go to bed. Go to bed, Gunny. And you got to watch out for Gohan. He plays that favorite crown that I just hate. When I start falling asleep like this, and you got these nice speakers right in your ears, and he
Uh
plays that crown, and it blasts in your ears, you just jump. That's what happens, man. Ain't no joke, man. But yeah, that's what
huh.
happens.
Kenny's like, I think I tinkled just a little bit when that happened.
Godfather, don't ever fall asleep on your app on the screen. Hey, guys, easy. When you hear it blast in your ears, yeah, you'll jump, man. That is the loudest freaking. I mean, hey, the jet is smooth talking. The car is fine, but that bell ringing on your head, that crown, it'll wake you
Right.
up, man.
See, my secret to that is number one. I haven't done that in a while, but when I used to, I actually would go lay in my bed, and all you would see is my background. So I didn't hear nothing. I was out like a light. Um, so of course, anybody that doesn't know your name on DaGunny comes from your military experience. This is actually a question from one of the viewers. During the week, I do talk to the viewers and try to get some of their questions of what they would like to ask. And one of them asked, "What made you join the Marines? What was your goal when you did join the Marines?"
Um, Joining the Marines was not something that I wanted to do. It was
Hmm.
basically by accident, and that's the honest truth. It was actually posted in the local newspapers during the Gulf War um, when they were talking about me. And my mother has that current article. Uh, it was an accident. I didn't I didn't want to join the Marines. I had no intentions of it. What happened was my brother was a senior in high school. Um, he just graduated. I'm a junior. It's the summer of '78,
Right.
summer of '78. I'm at home like a good boy. I wasn't a guy that was out running around doing crazy stuff, but I was at home. Hello, hey, this is Sergeant Moxley. I'm looking for David. Is David here? No, David's not here. Okay, I'll call back later. And then I get the phone call. Hey, this is Sergeant Moxley. in the recruiting station here looking for David. I'm sorry he's not here. The third time, um, my brother answered the phone and they made a connection. But he said, "Hey, how old are you?" I go, "I'm 17." He goes, "What do you have planned for? What grade are you?" I'm going to be a senior this coming year. What are your plans after you graduate this upcoming year? I said, "I really don't know yet. I don't know. Not sure. You gonna go to college?" Well, I'm thinking about it. He says, "Why don't you come down with your brother? We're going to do a test and we'll see what you're qualified to do. What
Right.
kind of military occupation skill that we can sign you up for." I said, he goes, "Your brother's going. Well, how about you going along with him?" I said, "Okay, sure. If my brother's going, why not? I'll go with him. I've got
Right.
nothing better to do. So I'm going to go to the Marine Corps recruiting office with my brother."
Uh-huh.
Yes, we both go over there. We take the ASVAB test. I do. I scored very high on it.
Hmm.
So he said, "No, you can do this, this, and this." He tells my brother, "You can do this, this, and this." Well, guess what? The, after that interview with him, with Sergeant Moxley, and the many calls after, my brother was never around. It was always me that was picking up the phone. And guess who Sergeant Moxley came after? Me. He
Right.
recruited me. 11 months in the delayed entry program. I signed up. Actually, it was July 19th, 1978 was when I signed up. And I
Okay.
went in active duty June 26th, 79. 19 days after I graduated from high school, I was in the Marine Corps. Dang. But guess what I did?
What's that?
I hid from the recruiter for 11 months. So, damn, I signed up for the Marine Corps. But the main reason I did sign up was because I got ticked off at my girlfriend in high
Oh.
school. I was
Uh-huh.
mad. I was mad. She ticked me off. So I signed the papers. I told my mom and dad, "Hey, I'm going to the Marine Corps. I want to get out of here." That's what I told them. I signed up, and I had to live with that for 11 months.
Oh, wow.
So being inspired to go in, I don't think I was really inspired to go in. It was more of an accident, maybe a God-led thing that this is going to be your future. You're going to be
Right.
a leader someday. And I think the inspiration of it came after the fact, once I put the uniform on.
Hmm.
And as I started to say, "Hey, I can do this," yeah. But it wasn't my fault. It was my brother's fault. There's an article on that in the local newspaper in regards to that story. It's crazy, but yeah, that's how I signed up.
Wow.
And when you talk about the goals, once I got in, you know, boot camp, I was very physical. I was a I was a star football player in high school,
Mhm.
running back. Ran the football, was very fast runner. Um, but the physical part of the Marine Corps, I really dug that, man. It was great. Um, but it was 6 months after I graduated out of boot camp, I got married, had my first child, and I was only 19, young. Hey, the
Mhm.
medical bills were paid. I was good to go. But I had to set goals. And I said that, you know what? I want to be financially independent. I
Right.
want to be self sufficient. I want to be able to live a life, you know, based off of the characteristics, what the Marine Corps has taught me. I want to
Mhm.
be a leader. So I'm looking up at leaders. So I had to set goals. So I said that I wanted to be financially independent. So, on the off time, what I was doing is I was working on those goals, that goal, taking short step goals. I was getting myself in multi-level marketing, different things that I was doing that developed my wealth. That is what I was doing. So I was taking short-term goals, and what I was seeking was just to be financially independent. I want to be self-sufficient. I don't want to be in that welfare line. I don't want to be struggling. I want to be able to live a comfortable life. And at some point, I wanted to give back to the people, just like I was doing towards the Marines. So I wanted to be a leader, and I knew that in order to do so, I had to listen, pay attention, follow. And if I did that, self-discipline, I knew that I could achieve that.
Right.
So that's how it all started.
That's funny because my story. I was in the army. I didn't retire from the army, but I did 3 years when I got out of high school. So mine was kind of an accident too. It wasn't nothing I intended. I was actually my parents told me I had to get my own writing utensils for school. They were giving away free pens, if free army pens. About 2 weeks later, I get a call from a recruiter. He's like, "Hey, were you just interested in the pens? Were you interested in the army?" And I was like, I didn't want to sound stupid. I was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of interested." Little did I know that my recruiter, Sergeant Lalonde, I'll never forget that name, could sell ketchup popsicles to a woman in white gloves. Next thing I know, I'm going to take the ASVAB signing up, and soon after I graduated, July 5th, 1995, I'm off to basic training. So, rest is history. So, but I definitely don't regret the experience. Um, it definitely really changed my outlook on a lot of things, especially where I'm from, and then going into something like that, and it's a big awakening. So it definitely, I think it's made me a better person. Definitely learned a lot of things. But as I think I've told you before, I definitely appreciate your service to our country. Um, so, um, so unfortunately, there is some negativity um, on the app, off the app, things like that. So, how do you handle negativity on Tagged? And what do you do to try to resolve it?
How do you handle negativity on tag?
Hmm.
You know what? There's a lot of it there. There's a lot of it, which is opportunity. Opportunity when there's negativity. That means you got an opportunity to fix it. I've dealt with
Right.
a lot of negativity before, and you know, you stomp it out. Fire pops up, you put it out.
Right.
But those that come into my life, you guys know this. Don't come into my box and put someone on blast. I'll take you off my box. We don't do that. We never
Right.
put somebody on blast and say, he did it, she's doing this, this. The drama's out. We don't bring drama to this app. We don't
Right.
do it. If you got a problem, you got to talk about it. Sometimes you're not ready to talk about it, but eventually it'll come out.
Hmm.
But, people, listen, don't be pointing fingers at people. We're creating jealousy, drama, and it gets ugly. And sometimes it's not true. Half of the times it's not true.
Right.
So, when you deal with negativity, you do it, take it into a direct message if you have to.
Right.
If you have to, if you have a connection with off the app, you know, take it off the app. Don't, this is our house. Understand, this is our place of business. Everybody out there, you are a CEO of your own business. You make money if you're streaming.
Hmm.
Why do you want to destroy our house with negativity? Why? I don't get it. If you are a grocery store owner or if you are a department store owner, you don't put negativity out there for the customers to see.
Right.
When we get people from our sister apps coming in here and saying, what's going on with this premier app here? We got the Godfather on right now. We've got to jump over and check him out. But they come over and they see negativity, they're going to leave.
Right.
No, don't bring it here. If someone has some beef, take it off in a direct message, settle it.
Right.
There's no answer to negativity. Two negatives does not make a positive. A negative is a negative. A positive and a negative. I'm a positive. You're a negative. Let's fix it. Let's talk about it. Let's settle it. There's drama out there. Let's settle it. I don't hold grudges. My host team will tell you. There's guys that they come out and they say dumb stuff. They even have haters. They hate
Hmm.
on me, but they enter the battle games. Why are they in the battle games?
Right.
They hate on me. Why are you in my battle games for?
Because it's an opportunity.
Because I can change you. So you get in there and you start seeing positive people working in action. What we're going to do for you, maybe we can change you. So, dealing with it, it's hard. And it takes a strong leader. And you know what? In order to be a good leader, you got to be a great follower. If you're not a great follower, forget it. You can talk positive vibes all you want, but the first time someone gets out of line, your true colors come out. That's
Right.
where you have to learn how to turn the other. You don't get in the box. You don't start screaming and yelling. You do not make a negative into a negative. You got to avoid it. So people understand. You come negative in my life, I don't even have to do anything. I don't even have to have my glasses on because they're going to disappear as fast as you see. I don't even see
Right.
it. But it just happens that way. The people in my life, because it's so positive in there, they will take you out.
Right.
They'll take you out.
Yeah.
We could talk about it in a direct message, but
Right.
yeah,
I had made a decision when we switched the times to not have any bouncers. So I actually, this has been successful for me. Is I deal with it by thinking about it like this: if you don't feed something, guess what? What happens to it? It dies. So if you don't feed a troll or someone that's got negativity, in the comments, eventually they either excuse themselves. And I don't let just anybody in. I don't now. I get why you would do it because you have the power faves and things like that. You do it, allow people to enter in your box. So I can definitely. And with the battles, there's a little bit of emotions. I've seen some of the videos, where people get in the box. There's a little bit of emotion. They're a little bit too competitive, I guess, or just real competitive. But one thing I have learned is if you don't feed it, guess what? You starve it and it dies. Um, and that's how I deal with negativity. And people already know basically when they come in here, it's nothing but positivity towards anybody. I don't care who you are. If you don't like me, I don't care. It really doesn't affect me. People already know that I'm chill. People already know that a lot of things don't bother me. So yeah, that's like someone just said a moment ago, we have enough negativity going on in this world. Let this be the place that we can spread positivity, and we can come together and continue to spread that. Let's spread it like wildfire. Um, so you kind of maybe alluded this to a little bit. How does it make you feel when streamers use this friendly game in a negative way?
it hurts. It hurts. It really. I mean, this is one thing. You know, people need to understand. When you're trying to do something positive, and this is a fact. If you have a heart, utilize it. A true heart will
Right.
shed a tear. It
Hmm.
will shed a tear. So when I see negativity going out there, you know, in the battle games, and I see it, it hurts. And my guys, my hosts, they know it. They've seen me cry. They've seen me in tears. That's
Right.
how much it hurts. When you're talking about changing the lives of people around the world, and you have someone out there trying to destroy what you have, you're you're hurting somebody else. That's where
Right.
it hurts. And I've
Right.
seen it. I've seen some of the streamers hurt in the battle games. They try to destroy it, discredit them, and that person is in tears. It brings me down into tears. I've seen people do some dirty stuff towards other people, and I'm quick to defend them, and I'm in tears with them. And that
Right.
is the compassion that you have to show towards people. You're going to
Right.
live on that positive vibe. You need to walk the talk. True vibes comes from here, the heart,
Right.
not here.
Right.
Talking doesn't do it. Emotions will show it. People, you need to feel it. If you can't feel it, it's useless. You got to make people believe in you. And if you can't make them believe in you because you talk, and sometimes we're talking the wrong language out there, how can you
Right.
be positive? You know what? I can deal in a contract deal and sell the deal just by talking. But when you're dealing with people, and you got negative. streamers that are trying to hurt other streamers in these games. It's bad. It's sad. Those that come into my live, that enter the battle games, that participate in the power phase, come in and listen to my lectures on how to become a better streamer, how to become more positive, how to better yourself. We can talk about finances. We can talk about all kinds of stuff. We can talk
Right.
about leadership traits and principles of character. We can change you. It starts with you. We're not talking about diamonds. We're talking
Mhm.
about changing the lives of people.
Right.
And then you get this negative stuff that comes in and harms this person. That is what I call a war that comes at the and tries to destroy that individual, steal their
Right.
life, steal their thunder, tear down their dreams. And that's when you got to be there for them. You don't leave a man behind. We've heard that in the military, haven't we?
Right.
You don't leave
Exactly.
a man behind. We do not leave anybody behind in these battle games. You come in these battle games, you're hurt. We're going to put you in my box and we're going to blast you with diamonds to make sure that you get a cash out. We do that. I mean, if you just jump into games and you don't come in my live, I don't know you.
Right.
But if you come into my live and we are teaching you, we will throw you in that box and we're going to say this person only got 50,000 diamonds. We're going to make sure he gets a cash out. Get in the box. Boom. Carpets, dragons, or whatever are going to throw. We're going to throw them at that person and make their day. Show them the love. So,
Right.
um, it hurts when people are hurting people. We
Right.
need to knock it off. This is our house. We don't have room for that. This is tagged live, our place of business. People, you know, don't hurt people. That's not right. It's not
Right.
positive. It's totally negative. And the way we have to deal with it, we have to face it straight on, and we have to win. And that's how we win.
And the thing is it can start with one person, like we talked about earlier, and then along with the positive vibes and stuff like that. It can start with that person. And anybody that's ever been in here, I just, like I said, I don't deal with it either. It's there's no room for it. This is a business. Okay, this is also a social media where you can, heck, for all that aren't married, could meet your potential mate on here. Who knows? And if you're here for other reasons, whatever reason you're here, you can just do it in a positive way. Why tear down something? I think people have told me before, um, is uh, why doesn't anything ever ask me? Why doesn't nothing ever get to me? And I was like, because it really, why should it? Haters are actually your fans. They just don't know, because they're out there talking about you more than everybody else is, and just putting your name out there.
Free advertisement. Haters
Right.
make us famous.
Yep. And then those people come in your live and like start saying this stuff, and then they stick around for a minute. They're like, well, wait a minute, you ain't nothing like they just said you were. Like you're kind of cool. So
Yeah.
there's no point, like I don't know, I just yeah, I can certainly understand that. Something that you built, from you said back in 2019 up to what it is now. I think I love the concept. I love the games. I like watching them. It's just something I'm not sure if I'm quite ready to. We've had this conversation before, but
You're about
not
ready
sure
to
if
enter
I'm,
the games, Godfather. You're about ready to hit the games. You're going to get in the battle of the bros.
I
I think
don't
that'd be
know if I'm
awesome.
there yet. Let me spread a little more positivity. But
You're doing great.
I really like the idea. I especially love the ones that keep it positive. Um, that the whole time that they're going through the games, they're smiling. Thank you for the gifters. Hey, salute to you, and everybody's just getting along. It's just fun, and there can be some friendly competition, absolutely. But then when it kind of crosses over, yeah, that's I can sort of understand that being your baby, how that would hurt.
But we don't match people up where there's war between them. We don't like
Right,
that. If we see any kind of sign like that where um, there's conflict, it won't happen. We will not put that on the stream. We
Gotcha.
don't want that. This is our place. We are representing each other. You
Right.
guys come into my live. You guys want to be in these battle games. We take everybody, and there's a way we do it. If you want to learn how to get in these games, just come in, pay attention, teach how
Right.
to do it, teach how to build success. We'll take you from the ground level. We're looking for people that are just getting started.
Right.
We're looking for the top streamers as well. Help them out. Put them up there and build the excitement around them. When we put good matches together, um, definitely we got an audience that's going to come out and support. And then for
Right.
those new streamers that are coming in, um, they're getting that light too, based
Right.
off of the big streamers that are there.
Right.
So negativity, don't need it, don't want it, don't want to see it.
Right.
It doesn't fly with me very well. It does make me very sad when I see people that are hurt, though. It really does.
Right. So, like I said with the last kiss, I say this every time because this literally is my favorite question. I love the responses. Is who is your hero, and why?
Well, I got my fantasy hero, and then I got my real hero. Want to hear my fantasy hero? The one that's not true? Well, I'm a Rocky guy. You know,
Uh-huh.
Rocky, yeah, was my hero. That was the guy, man. Because
Okay.
when that movie came out, that's when I was boxing, and I thought I was it, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So I loved Rocky, but in real life, I got to say, back in 1988, I was in a in a near fatal car accident, and man, it was about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. After working hard hours preparing for an inspection, working late hours, I work. I'm a workaholic. I am a workaholic. I
Right.
don't stop. I just keep on going, going, going. But in the core, that was me.
Right.
But we went out late that night. I passed out in the back. We went to National City from Camp Pendleton, and I remember passing out in the back seat, driving back to the base to drop off my Marines.
Hmm.
And they looked at me and they saw that I was sleeping. They said, "Hey, you're tired, man. Come on up. Crash out in the barracks." I said, "No, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I can I can do this. I can do this." Well, familiar with Camp Pendleton from the 14 area through Vandergrift, heading through the 22 area. There's a curve around there where the tracks are at. The road
Hmm.
makes a turn. Well, I fell asleep behind the wheel, and I
Oh,
hit a ditch and ran into a mountain, and the car was total. Couldn't get out of the car. I, I don't know. I felt like I was knocked out for a second, but I came conscious, and I looked in the mirror and I saw that I was in blood, just pouring. I was poured out in blood. I tried to get out of the vehicle. I couldn't. So I had to roll down the window and I jumped out. And I thought the car was going to blow up or something. And got out and I climbed up back to the road. Keep in mind, it was around 2 or 3 in the morning. And I remember having my jacket holding it over my face just to stop the blood, putting direct pressure on there. Um, I was flashing the car out, and it's pitch dark out there, out
right.
in the on the base. Pitch dark. There's like a 10-mile stretch from the main gate to the closest internal base. And first car just drove on by. I guess it didn't see me. So I waited about another 2 or 3 minutes, and then I saw another car coming. But keep in mind, there's 35,000 Marines on Camp Pendleton.
Hmm.
Um, the next car that came by was Sergeant Hightower, one of my troops. He stopped. and he was the one that took me to the hospital. I could have died out there because I was
Right.
in a mess. I mean, I was cracked from here all the way down, across my nose. Right here, this was ripped back. Right in here, I had my tear duct that was ripped out. I had to get plastic surgery. He saved my life.
Wow.
Took me to the base hospital. Applied the first aid that I needed to get me to the hospital. He was the man that saved my life. And through my career, I always recognized that Marine as my hero.
Wow.
Yeah. Through him, I could have been left out there to bleed to death. I was
Right.
in a mess. He's the one that saved my life. So that's my hero.
Wow.
1988.
That's
Yeah.
that's awesome that he was there, was going along that road for whatever reason, and just happened to be there.
35,000 Marines. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. What was he doing? Going out, picking up me.
Right.
God was watching me.
Well, yeah, he was definitely that was your angel. He sent you an angel that night. And it was
Yes.
in the form of one of your soldiers. So wow. Okay. I'll have to start, having tissue next to me here for some of these because I don't know how many more times I can take it with some of these stories. Um, right. So that's all the questions I have. If anybody had any questions for Gunny, um, one thing I do want to say is I definitely appreciate you being on the show, being a guest. Thank you for the opportunity to kind of everybody have the opportunity to learn a little more about about Gunny, um, and about the games and things like that. So this is the opportunity to don't retire. This is my opportunity for people to have the opportunity to get to know some of these other streamers that may not have ever been in your stream, or some of your viewers that have never been in here. So